Ah, fishing. Out of all of Runescape skills, this one must be the most close to its real life equivalent. In both cases, you get to sit by a river doing nothing and think about where your life went wrong. I mean, I guess. I've never actually been fishing in real life. I've only gone fishing in Runescape. Anyway, fishing in Lumbridge seems pretty simple. You can catch crayfish next to the church at level 1, and then you can catch trout, pike and salmon in the fly fishing spots just south of the Ham hideout from level 20 to 30. Not the most complicated grind compared to 70 fletching, 59 magic or 45 prayer. But there's a catch. Where do you get feathers for fly fishing from in the Lumbridge starter chunk? Not from chickens, they're one chunk to the north. And not from the Lumbridge fishing shop, which sits tantalizingly close a few squares to the west. Trust me, I tried luring the shopkeeper out, he's not interested. But there is one source, the legendary Ham guards, fearsome level 30 competence hiding in the nefarious Ham hideout, plotting world domination, or something like that. They have a roughly 1 in 40 chance of dropping 1 to 6 feathers, which isn't too bad. But I don't need 1 to 6 feathers. In fact, I don't even know how many feathers I do need. Let's take a step back. Achieving level 30 fishing and catching a salmon from a Lumbridge fishing spot is a skilling chunk task. It's the highest level fish in my chunk. But there's something else I can catch from these fishing spots. Golden fish eggs. I can catch the golden salmon and golden trout eggs as a rare drop whilst fly fishing. How rare? I have no idea. The wiki just says rare. Anecdotally, they're supposed to be less rare than the big fish, which are typically 1 in 5k, but how much less rare? 1 in 1k? 1 in 2k? I have no idea. Whilst killing ham guards on my way to level 45 rare, I'm estimating I'll get a little over 1,000 feathers, and it's going to take me over 24 hours of in-game time. Is that enough to get 2 fish eggs? I guess we'll find out. Let's go over my remaining grinds. 45 prayer for Mystic Might, required for the gods give me strength diary task. 59 magic, required for the blast and hellfire diary task. Level 40 constitution to get the maximum healing from a slice of cake. Level 35 cooking to make a jug of wine. And level 30 fishing to catch a salmon. And also level 62 thieving for safe cranking. I'd erroneously thought I only needed level 38 for master farmers, but apparently you can do safe cranking even without the thieving mini quest. I then have 2 collection log tasks, golden salmon eggs and golden trout eggs, and these tasks are entirely RNG dependent. Then I have 8 minor diary tasks that generally have no or trivial level requirements and just take a few seconds to do. I have 3 quests that I can start but not finish, and I have a few other minor tasks that aren't really worth mentioning here. Depending on how RNG works out, it is possible that new tasks can become available during this chunk. If they do, then I'll mention them as they become available. Either way, when I finally do finish the chunk, I'll make sure to show all the chunk tasks I had to do and which I had to backlog. Alright, first clip of the video, I want to talk about clue scrolls. Before I do, I'll put my playtime on screen in post-production just so you can see what it is now, and then I'll show it again at the end of the episode. Just shy of 100 hours in game so far. Now, I have 26 easy clue scrolls in the bank, mostly from killing goblins. There's a soft cap of 25 clue scrolls per tier, so that means I won't be getting any further clue scroll drops until I open these ones. The reason I managed to get 26, one over the soft cap, is because there are some clue sources that keep dropping. In this case, I think it was the fire spirits from burning logs that sometimes provide easy clues, even if you have 25 in the bank. I haven't talked much about clue scrolls so far because, well, they're really hard for me to do. By design, clue scrolls take you all over the game, and I'm stuck in one chunk. That said, I can complete an easy clue. I know for certain there's at least one easy step in Lumbridge, and clue scrolls are one area in which I have a definite advantage over my OSRS counterparts. In RuneScape 3, clue scrolls remember your steps until completion, so I don't have to worry about juggling clues or anything like that. I can just brute force it. I stack 25 clues, open them all, do any steps I can, and repeat. Eventually, after enough successes, I will get a casket. It might take a lot of clue scrolls, but it will happen. What can I get from easy clues? Well, more than I initially thought. Sure, there's a bunch of cool cosmetic stuff, and I don't want to discount that, but there are also some drops with real utility. I can get best in slot bows and crossbows and arrows, best in slot range gear with studded leather armor, best in slot melee gear with black armor, my first and only amulet upgrade with a magic amulet or the magic amulet T, even stuff like hard leather, normally a terrible drop, actually lets me craft best in slot gear if I can level up my crafting. None of this stuff is world changing, but it would be nice to have. Also, it's just cool. Completing clues as an area restricted account is a rite of passage, and it would be wrong to leave Lumbridge without at least trying to go for one. The good news is that ham guards drop easy clues at a 1 in 55 drop rate. I mean, they're one of the best sources of easy clues in the game. I'm going to kill over 10,000 of them, so I should get about 200 or so clue steps on my way to 45 prayer. Anyway, that's enough talking. Time to open the clues. Search the crates in the Lumbridge Market. That one's probably doable? No, this is not a doable step. The Lumbridge Market crates are these ones over there behind the fishing shop, and I can't get past this building. Bet those crates are full of feathers too. Well, let's keep going. Search the boxes near the Goblin House in Lumbridge. Okay, I mean, I have to be able to do that one. They must mean the house is all for goblins. Yes, another clue. That's a rock. I can't do that one. But remember, they work as a collective, so I'm one step towards a casket. Search the chest in Majuka Lumbridge's bedroom. That is a 100% doable step. I can inveigle my way into Duke Horatio's bedroom anytime. Alright, found another clue. Nope. 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 Hey, it's another Goblin House step, and this is my third step, so this could actually be a casket. Easy clues are 3 to 5 steps long. It would be so cool if I got an actual casket in Lumbridge. I feel like it's a Chunkman rite of passage to do a clue scroll in one chunk. Granted, it's a lot easier in RS3 because you don't have to juggle, but it's not a casket. But don't know where that is, but it's not in Lumbridge. Alright, this is my last attempt at a clue scroll, and then I have to go get more clues. Think in the middle of the wheat field in the Lumbridge Mill. I mean, it's tantalizingly close. Actually, it's not that close. It's like multiple chunks away, and a 99 defense grind. But that's cool. I haven't got a casket, but I'm pretty close to one. I'll grind out more clues at ham guards and do another opening once I have 25. Anyway, next time I see you, I should be murdering ham guards. I don't know the best place to kill ham guards, but there seems to be a bunch over here, and wow, they die super easily. That's pretty good. I guess I didn't need all these cakes. I'll be back when I have a full inventory of loot to show you. First combat levels of the grind, and well, there's going to be a lot of them. That's 15 strength and defense. These bones will be my first prayer level of the grind, and that's level 30 prayer. Pretty close to 20 strength and defense too. There you go, 20 strength, 20 defense, very nice. I should go bank soon. My inventory is giving me some anxiety here. Do I unlock anything? Steel armor, that's not that many chunks away potentially. Studded armor, spider silk armor. Some of this stuff I could potentially end up getting. And 20 strength just improves some of my abilities. Let's hop back to the bank and look what I picked up here. So my first trip to Hamtown got me almost full ham robes, just missing the legs. Purely cosmetic, but it's my first wearable cape. Let's make a new ham tab in the bank so we can track what I'm picking up here. I got some buttons, stone spirits, and got some seeds. Bursties on the account, some grimy herbs, got some jades, and opals. Opals potentially open up crafting for me because I can cut them at level 1. I got a leather body, which is best in slot range for now. Chunk task done. Already earned back 3 easy clues. Let's put them back into the bank. First ever steel arrows, interesting. I got an iron pickaxe, which I can just add to my tool belt. Or not? I can't. Why not? Another level? But I can add the hatches to my tool belt without a level. That's weird. Anyway, the big one, the most important one, 28 feathers. I'm going to need a lot more of these bad boys before the end of the grind, but it's a start. Alright, this ham guard is going to be level 25 strength and 25 defense. And 25 defense unlocks black armor, which is possible in this chunk from clue scrolls. Also, I think now is a good time to talk about the ham guard drop table. I kind of alluded to it before, but let's go over explicitly why it's so important in this chunk. First, they drop feathers, at a rate of about 1 in 10 factoring in the drop rate and quantity. This is the only way to get feathers in this chunk, making these guys required according to my rule set. If this was the only thing they dropped, I would still need to kill thousands of them. Luckily, they drop a lot else. So next up, crafting materials. Firstly, opals, which I can cut at level 1 for 4 or 15 XP, depending on if I crush them. Also jades, the same deal as opals, but unlocked at level 13 crafting. Opals and jades have a drop rate of about 1 in 55 each. Buttons are unlocked at level 3 and they give 5 crafting XP each. I think they're about a 1 in 30 drop chance. And the last of the crafting items is thread. Similar drop rate to feathers, about 1 in 10 factoring in drop rate and quantity. I can use these at level 10 with imp hides to make imp hide armor, and at level 20 with spider silk to make spider silk armor. Neither imp hides nor spider silk need to be tanned, unlike cow hides, making spider silk armor my magic best in slot. Technically this is not a chunk task yet, because opals do not count as a primary method of training crafting due to their low drop rate, but realistically I will get the level for spider silk armor during this grind, so I will make it. Next up, herbs. They drop guam, taramin and marantil. The drop rate here is woeful, like 1 in 100, but better than nothing, which is what I would get at goblins. Then seeds. They drop allotment seeds, mostly low level ones. There's a fair chance these end up not being useful, but depending on which ordering of chunks I roll, having some allotment seeds could be clutch. And finally, clue scrolls. We already talked about these, 1 in 55 drop chance, so I'll be stacking a lot of them. Hopefully it makes a bit more sense now why I'm leveling down here, even though it would be faster prayer XP at goblins. Handguards are just more meta efficient because I can progress a lot of other grinds at the same time, and slingshot my crafting past the early levels. That's level 31 prayer. Wow, just a few minutes later and that's level 30 strength and defense, and that's a lot of fireworks. It's a lot of fireworks. Let's take a look. 31 prayer lets me become a monk. That's fantastic. The secret end goal for this account, don't tell anyone. 30 defense, mithril armor, not sure where I get that yet. Batwing armor for magic, now that's only 1 chunk away. And 30 strength, yeah, not much. And that's level 40 constitution, which is a chunk task done. That's maximum healing from a jug of wine? No, from a slice of cake. That's peak cake eating efficiency. I wanted to take a beat and talk a little bit about daily tasks or challenges. In RS3, each day you get 3 skilling tasks, like clean 6 herbs or cut 10 logs, which you can complete to get what is basically a large XP lamp's worth of XP. A lot of the time, for regular Ironmen, this isn't super impactful. At level 70, you get about 12k XP or so if I get a woodcutting daily task, I basically get like 15 to 20 minutes of XP for free. But for a chunk account, some tasks can be huge. Last episode, I got a Herblore task to clean 6 grimy herbs, and got almost 300 Herblore XP. That's about 125 grimy guams of XP, which I need to kill thousands of men and women to gather normally. So a Herblore daily task has saved me several hours of grinding. It's similar for prayer. A single prayer daily task, which I haven't got yet, and no, I'm not bitter, why are you asking, would save me over an hour of killing ham guards. But there's a problem. Most tasks I can't do. Partly, this is because I can't train a lot of skills yet. If I get asked to mine some ore or smelt some bars, well, tough, I can't do that yet. But even for skills I can train, I might not be able to complete the daily task. I can train crafting, for example, but there's 3 potential daily tasks, and I can only complete the equipment one. I can't craft urns, and I can't craft jewelry. Overall, there's 29 potential daily tasks, and I can do 12 of them in my current chunk, so I'm operating at about 33% efficiency for now. You can get more than just XP for completing daily challenges though. There's also a reward track, which changes every week. You can see a reward track from the previous week on the screen now. For every 3 daily tasks you complete each week, you get the corresponding reward from both the top and bottom track of this reward screen. Now, all of them are potentially kind of interesting to me. You can get some cool stuff like Slayer VIP tokens to reroll Slayer tasks, Dungeoneering tokens, augments, still haven't found a use for those yet, and generally just a bunch of random nice to have but not game changing rewards. Except on the bottom track, every other reward you get is a daily challenge auto completer. This is a 1-use token that lets you, well, auto complete a daily challenge. For a regular account, this is kind of pointless. Most daily tasks take a few minutes to complete, so completing them for free just isn't a big deal. But for me, oh boy is this a game changer, because I can use the tokens to complete challenges I couldn't normally complete with my chunk. Not only does this help me for leveling Herblore, where I can only do 1 of the 2 challenges, but it even lets me train entire skills that would normally be impossible, like Hunter or runecrafting. This is basically the closest thing I have to the OSRS random event lamps, which also let chunkers level up skills they normally wouldn't have access to. I should state that this method of leveling skills is not fast, and it's heavily RNG dependent. On average, I'll only get one daily challenge completion token per week, and then I have to hope I get the task I'm looking to complete. I also have to be careful I don't accidentally level myself into a grind that otherwise wouldn't be necessary. For now, I think I'll just use the order completion tokens on the Make a Potion tasks for Herblore, because Herblore is such a hard skill to train, and save up any excess tokens for later. Okay, so this is kind of a cool milestone. With this inventory of loot, I will now have 2 full sets of ham gear. Is that useful? Not really, but it does mean that if I ever get to that quest or I have to deck Xanacat with full ham robes, I am good to go. Also, I'm going to do my first ever daily task order completion. I got a daily task for Herblore, making potions, which I cannot do because I can't brew potions, but I can complete it with my single daily challenge token, and boom, level 5 Herblore. No, level 6 Herblore. I can now clean Taramin. I can make magic potions. Wait, I can make a magic potion. I can get colored beads. Is this my first craftable potion? How did I miss that? No, wait, I can't get a vial. I have these acne potions though. Maybe I can empty them. There's no empty option. Can I use it? Can I use it on this lady? No. Seems mean. Maybe she needs an acne potion. Anyway, yeah, making potions, still impossible. Hey, coming in with 35 strength and 35 defense. Very nice. Just a bone or two away from 32 prayer. And there you go. Nice little milestone with these 2 levels. That's level 50 combat. Almost missed, but that's level 33 prayer and over 4,000 bones buried. I am not even scratching the surface of this grind yet. And coming in here is going to be level 40 strength and defense and just a few kills. So I thought I'd take a second out and talk about my plans here. And there you go, that's the level. 40 strength, well, not much unlocked. 40 defense is adamant armor. I can get that Alcarid, I think, so it could just be a few chunks away, actually. Green Dragonhide armor isn't impossible either. Quite a few things drop Green Dragonhide, I think. Sorry, I got sidetracked. What I'm going to do now is switch to going pure defense for my melee XP. I don't really need strength. I kill these guys super fast, and my main constraint is running around from dude to dude, so a marginal DPS increase doesn't really help the grind. Neither does defense, but I am just 1 chunk away from the 99 defense skill cape. Now, I am not an extreme Onechunk Ironman, I'm only semi-extreme, which means I won't promise to do all skill capes as soon as I get them, because that can lead to some incredibly memey grinds with terrible, inefficient XP rates that will take me literally years to achieve. That said, the 99 defense cape, I would quite like to do that if I pick it up as my next chunk. It would be tough. It would definitely take me a long time, easily 6+ months, maybe more, but I think it's doable. I might regret saying this, I might end up eating my words, but that's my intention as of this moment, so I guess I might as well get started now. I won't get that much XP because I'll switch to magic anyway for a bunch of this grind, but any progress I make now is progress I don't have to make later. These levels are almost an hour apart now, and it's only going to get worse, but that is level 34 prayer. Thought I'd give a quick update on my method here. I basically cap out at around 2.6k per XP per hour if I'm fully dialed in and focused. Sometimes the ham guards wander all over the place and hide amongst the ham members, making them hard to click on. It's almost like they're trying to live, but their desperate and futile attempts at survival do put a bit of a ceiling on my XP rates here. I think the most efficient method is roughly what I'm doing right now. I kill the guys on the platform, then I kill the guys on one side of the platform, then the other. Sometimes I murder the guys in this room too. As I said, they have a big wander range, so it's hard to be too prescriptive about it. But yeah, if you want to get 45 prayer killing ham guards, this is roughly what I recommend. Okay, that's level 48 defense and 5k bones buried, but I've got 25 clue scrolls stored in the bank, so I'm going to take a quick break, open them up, and maybe get that easy casket. Last one, and that's a no as well. That is North Falador, I think. Oh well, North from 25 there. A bit underwhelming, but there you go. I'll get more. Ooh, 50 defense. What do I unlock here? Rune armor. I mean, that's going to be so hard to get. I mean, there's like so many unlocks at this level, and they're all just like impossible for me to get to. You know what? Ghost Hunter armor? I probably could get that. There's ghosts, I think, in Draenor. That's not that far. Level 36 prayer. More prayer points unlocked. Alright, I have 6,000 bones buried. That really doesn't mean anything. I have 53 defense. That doesn't really mean anything either. But it is going to be my defense level for a little while because I will switch over to magic now. I need 59 magic for the achievement diary, or area task, I think they got renamed to at some point. But that is a chunk goal. I need to do it, so I might as well combine it with the prayer grind. Magic is going to be a lot slower because I'm going to be using the worst possible staff, but it is what it is. It's going to take about 4,000 or 5,000 handguards, and the reason I did the melee grind first is I wanted to get my defense up a little bit so I didn't get the crap beaten out of me by handguards when I start training magic. Also, I have a Herblore daily task, which I actually can do because all I need to do is clean 6 grimy herbs. I got some grimy herbs here, so let's take them out the bank. You can see these are all the herbs I got so far from the handguards. They really do not drop very many. That actually gets me to level 7 Herblore just from the cleaning, which is, what is that? That's strength potions, if I can ever find a limp rat root. Then I claim the rewards, which is another 2 levels, all the way to level 9 Herblore. What does that unlock? Defense potions with bear fur. That's pretty good. There's no bears here, but there's bears close to me. I think there's bears up near a rock. If I could find a bear, that would be a decent training method. I need to stop saying bears at this point, I'm rambling. Bears. I can clean Marintils too. If you're wondering why I'm not cleaning the herbs as I get them, it's because of this exact daily task. The herbs are more valuable to me uncleaned than cleaned because then, as soon as I get this task, I don't need to worry about finding new grimy herbs, which is annoying. I just go straight to the bank and clean some. I mean, handguards do not drop herbs often. I've killed like 3,000 handguards. I've got about 40 herbs. They are rarer than clue scrolls. Anyway, here you go. This is my magic setup. Don't be jealous, it's pretty fly, I know. Some of the things I'm wearing even have combat stats. Not most of them, but some of them. There's going to be a lot of magic levels incoming, so montage? Anyone sense a skill montage coming up? Oh wait, how did I miss mentioning this when I first got the level? Level 37 prayer unlocks protect from magic. That's my first protection prayer. Ignore protect from summoning. No one has ever used that in the history of RS3. Protection prayers are not as useful as they are in ORSR because they only reduce damage by 50%, but they're still cool milestones and they're really iconic. Also, you can see I'm getting about 1k per XP per hour with magic, and I was getting more like 2.4k XP per hour with melee, so it is a fair amount slower, but it has gotten noticeably faster even since I started leveling magic here, so it's not too bad. From the same kill, that's 37 magic and 49 constitution. That's pretty cool. This guy is trying to give me a Mystic Battle Staff, which is really sweet, but sadly, I cannot accept it. Because I'm an Iron Man. Also, it would destroy my junk account. Godspeed, Artful Dodger, Bad Boy Sword. You're a good man. Or sword. Alright, I have once again managed to gather 25 easy clue scrolls, and I'm going to open them all, hoping for another of the 2 lumber steps I can actually complete. It's not that one though. Gertrude's bedroom, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting there, but you know, sadly not in my chunk. Hey! It's the Lumbridge! It's the goblin boxes! Oh wow, it's been like 50 clues since I got one. I was beginning to lose faith. So if I understand clue scrolls correctly, which like I'm not sure I do, there should be a 50-50 chance of this being a casket. Easy clues are either 3, 4 or 5 steps long, then this will be step 4. Oh, this casket is so close, I can almost taste it. I wonder what's inside. Probably third age. God damn it. Twirling and Draenor? Yeah, maybe in another 10,000 hours, friend. And that's another 25 clue scrolls down without a casket, but I am so close now. Just one more doable step, and I get that much vaunted chunk-locked casket. I'm gonna do it, okay? I promise you guys, I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's 38 prayer and 43 magic. Wow, levels keep flying in. I keep getting levels and different skills on the same kill. That's so weird. Cool milestone coming in, level 50 constitution. That unlocks Tusker's Wrath. I mean, it's not actually that far away. And Salt in the Wound, one of RuneScape's most disappointing quests. I am almost coming in with 45 magic, and once I get that, I'm going to take a short break from training magic to do something slightly different. There you go, 45 magic, and that unlocks... Oh my god, yes! That's amazing! Not teleport to Camelot. That's the chain ability. Oh, slam that right up in front of my revolution bar. Oh wow, actually that changes everything. Like, unironically, that completely changes my magic training here. Chain is a basic magic ability with like a 10-second cooldown, which bounces and hits up to 2 nearby targets. Now ham guards aren't aggressive, so I have to go manually click on them every single time to attack them. But chain lets me aggro multiple guards at once. It makes the whole thing way more AFK. I mean, I completely forgotten I unlocked this at level 45, but this makes what I'm about to do next even more important, because whilst aggroing multiple enemies at once is great, I currently take a lot of damage from the ham guards, even when fighting them one at a time. So when I start fighting a whole bunch at once, it's going to get even worse. But yeah, chain plus my next little secret grind is going to transform my magic training. You see that 17.3k magic XP per hour? It's about to go through the roof. Or like 15% faster. It's crafting. The secret plan is crafting. And it's not really secret because I've already explained earlier this video, but I'm doing it now. I'm going to cut all of these opals that I got so far from ham guards. Sometimes I will cut them, sometimes I will crush them, but on average it's about 10 XP per gem. Although I'm cutting them better than I thought I would. No wait, I take that back. It's about 50%. Now that's level 3, and that's my first milestone, because now I can polish buttons. Yes, you heard that right. Up to this point, I was too incompetent in the ways of crafting to polish a button. Can you fail to polish a button? No. You polish them 100% of the time and get 5 XP each. And I have 149 of them. So if I polish all these buttons, not a euphemism, that's like 750 XP in the bag. Oh, look at the XP per hour, it's 27k. This is the new crafting meta. Start buying buttons on Grand Exchange. They're gonna go stratospheric. This is crazy XP actually, like look at the fireworks, they go nuts. Look, getting the button is not that easy, but cleaning them is so much fun. It also makes a really nice noise you probably can't hear because I don't record game sounds on OBS. Alright, that's all the buttons, and it's got me to level 9, which is not quite what I needed to get to. I need another 148 XP, but that was pretty fun. I can make clay stuff, but I don't have a pottery wheel. I can make gold stuff, but I can't get gold bars. Yeah. Anyway, this inventory of opals should get me to level 10. There you go, level 10 crafting. Now let's see what I've unlocked here. Imp Hide Gloves. The first item of the Imp Hide set. I unlocked the whole thing by level 14, and I can make this because you don't need to tan Imp Hides. You just need thread, which I get from ham guards. But I've also unlocked Sinew, or spin sinew into crossbow strings as they call it here, which is my first 100% reliable method of crafting. I can get raw beef from cows, cook it into sinew on a range, and then spin it into crossbow strings for 15 XP each. Okay, I've cut the rest of the opals, and I've also used up my imp hide that I had stored in the bank, and that's going to get me to level 12 crafting, and I'll have to make crossbow strings to level 14. I have got some upgraded magic gear though, imp hide gloves, boots and hood already made, and I'll get the robe top and bottom in a minute. Back in the ham hideout, it really is the source of all things in this chunk, because it is the only range I have access to in Lumbridge without completing Cook's Assistant. A lot of people probably don't know how to make crossbow strings in RS3 because, well, why would you? But this is how you do it. You take raw beef to a range and you cook it into sinew, and in a moment you'll see me in Lumbridge Castle turning it into crossbow strings. And through the magic of editing, I am now level 13 crafting, soon to be 14, and there it is, which is the level I need for the rest of the imp hide set. I just need to find, I think, 5 more imps. I've been hopping worlds for almost 10 minutes and I've finally found an imp. They're all over the place when I'm not looking for them, but I could not find one for the life of me. But I think this little guy respawns in the castle courtyard, so hopefully I can now just spawn camp him 4 more times. He does respawn here, so I've managed to get 5 hides. Given the respawn time and the fact that they only give you 10 XP per hide, I don't think they're worth camping beyond this for XP. I'd be better off just doing crossbow strings, I think. Or maybe even just passively leveling through handguard drops. But I have enough now for the robe top and bottom at least. And there you go, my new mage gear. Oh, I almost look like a real account. Look at that. Like an Evil Dave cosplayer. It's majestic. The creepy goatee, it's just chef's kiss. Perfection. Oh, that's level 60 combat. I can use War's Retreat. Cool. Okay, this is going to be 39 prayer coming in, and that is nothing. I thought it was protect from ranged, but it isn't anything at all. One thing I have done though is I've discovered the magic of interface scaling. I've set it to 110%, so all these little icons down at the bottom of the screen, they are 10% bigger than they used to be. Some people in the comments were saying that they couldn't see the icons, especially on mobile, so maybe this helps a little bit. I could try making them bigger again, maybe 120% or so, but it does start creating some interface issues for me if I get too much bigger. But yeah, leave a comment if this is better for you guys. It's about the same for me. 50 magic, huge level, huge. That unlocks Slayer Dart and Slayer Staff if I get to the Slayer level for it. And it's not as crazy as it sounds. I might get that at some point with the Lumbridge Slayer tutor. And that's probably it really. Also, I wasn't joking earlier about how big Chain is. My magic XP has gone from 17k to 22k and is more AFK. And we're officially halfway through the magic grind, 52 magic, that is halfway to 59. And if you look at my message log, you'll see I finally got a prayer daily task of burying bones, which is going to save me like 400 bones worth of XP. I'm now about 8,000 bones in, and yeah, I just wanted to ask, is it a little bit weird that I'm now dressing like an actual demon? I mean, look at me. I look like someone who got rejected from a Disney villain casting for being too much of a method actor. I'm really embracing my supervillain arc as I kill people in a cave. I missed the level, just about, but that is 40 prayer, protect from range coming in, maybe a god cloak or 2 in the future one day, or a mitre. And what is that quest? Vessel of the Harbinger? Harbinger probably. Must be one of the new quests, I don't recognize it. I gathered up to 25 more clue scrolls, and I'm sure you're tired of seeing me edit easy clues together whilst trying to sound excited, so instead, I'm just going to show you what I consider the essence of the experience to be in a traditional meme format. Anyway, see you back in the ham caves. Probably. I haven't looked at what the next clip is. Oh, 55 magic, a huge level. Lots of chunkers go for that because it's high alchemy. I don't actually have access to nature runes yet, so it doesn't change anything, but there's nature runes in chunks nearby, so this will indubitably be a big deal at some point. It makes me feel more like a real account too. Lots of Ironmen go for this level, and I did it all killing handguards with an air staff. Not saying I recommend it, but if you really want to, if you really hate handguards, you can kill them all the way to 55 magic. I have something to expiate, to repent for. Don't worry, I didn't leave my chunk or anything like that, but you see, I didn't record game sounds when I cleaned a full inventory of buttons earlier this video. I robbed you of that experience, of hearing the buttons get cleaned. It's time for me to make amends. It's more efficient, inventory-wise, for me to clean these as I get them and drop them in the ham hideout, but it's more fun to clean them all in one go. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, turn up the sound on your headphones, and enjoy my button cleaning ASMR stream. There. That was nice, wasn't it? It was also level 15 crafting. The XP per hour is no joke. Can you buy buttons? They're probably untradeable. It would be an incredible early game training method if you could buy them on the GE. I've gotten another full stack of easy clues, and I decided to take them up here for luck, and yeah, look, spoiler alert, none of them were doable. Let's rip the band-aid off. Also, after this opening, I went and actually looked into clue scrolls because I was feeling unlucky and went on a rant about how dry I was. I even got the same fouled or map step 3 times in a row. You can hear some excerpts of my increasingly frustrated live reactions here. I've got this clue like 100 times! Absolute fucking scam. Where the fuck even is Horvig? But I want to point out that I'm actually super wrong. I haven't been unlucky at all. In fact, I've probably been lucky to get 4 clue steps from like 150 easy clues. You see, I thought each clue step was equally likely, and because I kept getting the same steps over and over again, I assumed that the pool of steps was small, and it was just, bad luck that I got the Horatio step 1 time and say the fouled or statue step about 8 times. But I was wrong. Each step is not equally likely, at least not according to the wiki, which is almost always right. There are 4 types of easy clue steps: simple clues, emote clues, map clues, and cryptic clues. First, the clue rolls to see what type of clue it is, and it's basically a 25% chance to be any of the clue types. But then within each clue, the distribution is wildly different. You see, there's only 6 easy map clue steps, but there's almost 70 simple clue steps, and both of my Lumbridge doable steps are simple clues. So, to roll a doable step, I first need to hit the 1 in 4 for the simple clue table, and then the roughly 1 in 35, one of the 2 doable steps that I have within this table. But that fouled or statue step I keep getting is a map step, and that will actually appear about 10 times as often as any given simple clue step because there's so many more simple clue steps than map steps. Basically, I've actually been spooned, and finishing a casket in my starter chunk is much, much harder than I thought. I do still want to do it though. Alright, it's been a while. Not for you, it's probably been a few seconds, but for me, I couldn't really play for about 10 days except to do some daily tasks and some AFK woodcutting on my phone. This is also why the UI is different for this clip, it's actually recorded on my laptop. But this is going to be level 43 prayer and protect from melee, the last of the protection prayers, and it's just 2 levels to go to get Mystic Might. So we're getting there. It's all starting to come together now, because we're hitting level 59 magic any second now. And here we are, 59 magic. I've also just completed a daily combat task, so I'll put that lamp into defense, which is the defense level, nice. So 59 magic lets me cast Fire Blast with Fire Runes, which is what we needed for the area task. I've got some Fire Runes in the bank, I think from Fire Spirits, so let's go. And cast Fire Blast at the dummy. There you go, Blast and Hellfire. I killed someone by accident. Oops, what's one more life taken at this point, right? And we are now done with magic training. Chunk task achieved. But not done with the ham grind yet. I'll be back training defense because I still need 2 more prayer levels. Alright, it's that time again when I open 25 clue scrolls and get disappointed when I can do none of the steps. But at least I'll feel less bad about it this time because I understand I'm not actually getting unlucky. Yeah, 25 more done with no steps. I can't believe I got 3 doable steps in my first 25 clues. That sets such unrealistic expectations for me. Level 44 prayer. Look at that, just 1 more prayer level to go and we are free from this hammy prison. Or probably not actually. I've been doing some research on how many feathers I need to hit the drop rate for the fish eggs, and I don't think I'll have enough. I still can't get an exact drop rate because people only ever talk about how long it takes them to get the fish eggs, not how many feathers they need because well, who apart from me would care about that, right? But I saw a video by a YouTuber called Wasware, and it looked like he was getting 1 egg from about 2,000 feathers, and I'm going to have like a bit less than 1k feathers after this grind, so I don't know, there's a lot of uncertainty, but I could have to come back and kill ham guards quite a long way past the end of the prayer grind. We'll just have to see. I am getting a bit worried though. Ticking the get golden fish eggs tick box in the chunk picker was such a spur of the moment decision, and I had no idea it might end up being the biggest grind in this chunk. I don't normally show random clips of loot, but I was just talking about the egg grind, and look at this feather haul. 60 feathers, that is an absolutely incredible haul of feathers. I'm also playing very fast and loose with my hardcore status here, so it is time to go to the bank. That probably puts me at 800 feathers now? 824 feathers, so maybe I will get to 1,000 feathers. I did get a prayer daily task, so I'm going to be killing slightly fewer ham guards than I originally budgeted for, so, we'll find out. Speaking of daily tasks, I have 2 daily tasks I can do today, which is really unusual. I normally only get 0 or 1. I can steal some cakes for a thieving task, should get me level 28 thieving. It does. And I can catch some crayfish, which should get me to level 30 fishing, I think. No, 31 fishing, which means I have a level for salmon, although I still need to actually catch one for my chunk task. I've also got 2 auto completion tokens saved up, which is fantastic, but I'm still just keeping them for Herblore potion tasks until I can roll the next chunk, I think, because I don't want to accidentally give myself a grind I don't need to do. Look at this. We have great banter in the clan chat, don't we? Cashing in one of my auto completion tokens on this Herblore daily, and that is level 12 Herblore. Still can't make any potions yet, but it's pretty cool. And that's 58 defense. Hardened penance armor? What even is that? Alright, so you're joining me for what will probably be the last full clue opening of 25 easy clues for the prayer grind, because I only have about 1,000 ham guards to go. But I still have hope. Nope, Remington, Sithreed Abbey, almost. What? Oh my god, I deleted the stack of easy clues. I'm actually too stupid to live. I need to go and think about how my life got to this point. What have I done? That's level 70 defense, probably the last defense level of the prayer grind, and that's dragon armor unlocked, so if I ever get that dragon med helm from the rare drop table, I can finally put it on. I've noticed this a few times before, but I hadn't been recording. The Ham Deacon's wander range is a bit messed up, and sometimes he walks off this little platform, and it's like he doesn't even notice. He just keeps giving his speech about hitting goblins from behind the platform, and all the ham audience is too polite to say anything, so they just keep sitting there quietly. It's the little things that help make the grind go by. Oh my, it's here. 3 more bones for 45 prayer. Oh, there you go. That's the level 45 prayer that lets you do Mystic Might. And another prayer, but it's Mystic Might that matters. So let's knock out that chunk task. Okay, turn the prayer on, and then I guess I just click on the altar. Hey, gods give me strength. Pray at the Lumbridge Church altar with Mystic Might enabled. Chunk task done. Okay, so the prayer grind is now finished. It was a nice grind actually. I think as a reward, I'm going to open up the remaining easy clues I have. Still not entirely over deleting 23 of them in one go earlier, but you live and learn. Unless you're a ham guard, in which case you spawn in and get brutally murdered by a psychopath wearing a spiky helmet. Alright, I've got 14 easy clues back whilst finishing up the ham grind. No, it's the wrong Lumbridge step. It's the wrong one. It's the crates over there. Why is life like this? Why does Jagex not want me to be happy? And that's it. Still looking for that final clue. Okay, so this seems like the perfect time to end the episode. We knocked out the prayer and magic grind, but let's go over a little bit of what we still have left to do. For skilling, I still need level 62 thieving for cracking a safe. I need 35 cooking for making a jug of wine. And I need 27 crafting to make a full set of spider silk armor, which became a chunk task after I hit level 10 and secured a primary training method for crafting, which was making crossbow strings. This is also going to be my best in slot magic gear for the chunk. I have a few area tasks left as well, but I already have the requirements. Similarly, I have some quests that I can progress at least a little bit, and I have all the requirements for those. Then, the big one, the elephant in the room. I have to get the 2 golden fish eggs. Depending on the drop rate, I could end up spending a lot longer locked in the ham cave. And I'm not sure whether it's me or the ham guards who are looking forward to that less, so we'll see. Finally, a clue casket. I want to get an easy clue casket in my starter chunk. It's not technically a requirement according to any rule set, but I want to do it. I'm so close, and it'd be really cool to say I did a 1 chunk easy clue. Lastly, I'm going to put my playtime and stats on the end of the video right now. The main thing to mention here is I got to level 80 fire making and 86 woodcutting in this chunk, which is a lot of XP actually. I wasn't really able to play for a while. The only thing I could do was woodcutting. And I'll just go put my playtime on the screen post-production. So that's it. I hope you liked the episode. I actually really enjoyed the ham grind. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like it. And see you next episode. We might even roll a new chunk, who knows. Bye!